know sometimes it's hard for you to clearly see just how you're gonna keep it together. Your obligations and responsibilities, how you gonna meet them ends, how you gonna make it one more time. Now let's hear the truth of it. You are much, much more than this. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? In you there's no darkness. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, the word. Haven't you heard? Oh, haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. Sometimes it's hard to hold your head up high and show the world you got it together. You think of things that make you wanna run and hide. Who would love you if they knew who you're? Who could you trust to understand? The truth of it, you are loved much more than this. Haven't you heard? Oh, haven't you heard? You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? In you there's no darkness. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, the word. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. You're not the things you have done. You're not the words that you said, or the heartache that you're going through. Oh, you are the bright of the sun. You are the glow of the moon. And in your presence, the things that seem dark fade away, away, away. Haven't you heard? You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? In you there's no darkness. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, the word. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? May our hearts be open. Oh, may our hearts be open.
Join me as I just open us up. Allow our heart space to open up and to just be present in this time. And I just give thanks for this day. I give thanks for all that have a part in this. The music, the affirmative reading, the prayers, and the message. And knowing that we are all here gathered together, beginning this day anew. Let go of anything that has come before this time. Just let it go. Let it go. And allow yourself to be present in this moment, right here and right now. And let this celebration, let it begin. And so it is.
comes from the heart reaches the heart. Good morning and welcome to our Heartstream for this Sunday, October the 6th. It's hard to believe that the month is already here. The month of October is already here. And the fact that it's almost a week into this brand new month. But I'm grateful and thankful for it always. I'm grateful and thankful for every day. A day that is full of promise, potential, possibility, and opportunity. Our theme this month is that I live today. I think will be a wonderful theme and an opportunity for us to explore what that means. Just appreciating the day, living in the moment, and all of that. But let me go ahead and talk about this month. First, this morning, we are very, very grateful to have for our guest speaker for this Heartstream, Reverend Mickey Quinton, who is the minister at the Unity Church in Cordova. We're glad that he will be a part of that. In addition, this morning at 11 a.m. at the Unity Christian Church of Memphis in Whitehaven, I will be the guest speaker. And would love to have you come out and see you there. We love our friends there, and they love seeing Open Heart Family there, so it'll just be a great fellowship. And if you're available and can, would love to see you there. Next week, Sister Reach, the organization that's a reproductive justice, devoted to reproductive justice, and you may remember their executive director and founder, Sharice Scott, was our Mother's Day speaker a few years ago. And they do wonderful work, and they're having their faith, advocacy, and religion symposium the 10th through the 12th. And it's on the 12th that they have a panel that I will be participating in at 11 a.m. There's information on our website about that. Also, on the 19th, our own Jazz Joyner will have a discussion and a signing of their new book that is coming out that is called Pansy. And we're looking forward to that. There's also information on our Facebook page and our website about that and how you can go out and support jazz. We just want to do that. And also, there's an announcement about our own Jason Tejada, our music director, and his band, Eclipse the Band, has a new EP that is coming out. And we're proud of Jason. So there's information there. So there's a lot of things that are happening, a lot of things going on with our Open Heart family. And I'm just glad to be able to highlight that and to show you the great things that are going on and what we're doing. As always, I appreciate you for sharing our message, for sharing the links and letting people know about this Heartstream. I would ask that you would continue to do so. Also, for your financial support. It's important for us to be able to do the things that we do with the technology and taking care of those expenses and everything else. There's information that you know that you always see during the Heartstream about the ways to give. If you haven't given or have lapsed in your giving, I invite you to consider doing that again. And I'll also say thank you to those who consistently do give and support what it is that we do. And as always, I greet you, I bless you, I see God in you.
Our affirmation for the month of October. Yesterday is not, tomorrow is not, but today, bright with hope and filled with promise, is mine. Today I live. Amen. Ashe. And so it is.
Today is a day like no other day. Just think and you'll know that it's true. Days like today should be holidays. So I'm singing this message to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day.
Join me on Sunday, October the 6th at Unity Christian Church of Memphis in Whitehaven, 3345 McCorkle Road at 11 a.m. It's a great opportunity to get out and see one another. Hope you will join us. The urgency of now. Engage knowledgeable panelists at Sister Reach's Faith, Advocacy, and Religion Symposium, October 10th through the 12th at the Doubletree Hotel on Sanderland. From thought-provoking discussions to insightful reflections on advocacy and justice, and delving into topics such as navigating HIV, progressive leadership, LGBT, allyship, and more. I have the honor of being a panelist on the October the 12th at 11 a.m. And there are going to be some dynamic speakers and dynamic presentations, and you are invited to join us. There's more information on our Open Heart Facebook page and on our website. You're invited to a book signing for Pansy, a Black American memoir by Jasper Joyner on October the 19th from 1 to 5 p.m. at DeMar Books and Things at 55 South Main Street. Pansy is a nonlinear episodic memoir that combines poetry, cultural criticism, and essays. It follows Trans-Mac Southern writer Jasper as they fumble through an awkward Memphis upbringing in the 90s and early aughts, an insufferable Nashville PWI, and a fierce New York City queer awakening, all with the poignant through line on Black exceptionalism, focus on Jasper's wildly agonizing first publishing experience with novel Juniper Leaves. You can reserve a space on Eventbrite. There's a link at Open Heart's Facebook page. Let's get out and support our own Jasper Joyner. Saturday, October 19th is the day to celebrate two significant milestones: the 40th anniversary of the Women of Achievement and the 20th anniversary of the Memphis Area Women's Council. You're invited to sip and celebrate from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Playhouse on the Square. Tickets are available through a link on our website, or see the info about making a payment by check. This invitation comes courtesy of Judy Card, and we know also that Carolyn Head is a member of the Women of Achievement, and we look forward to celebrating with them, sipping and celebrating.
You can do this. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Don't try to figure it out. Just do it.
That was right on time.
Don't try to figure it out. Just do it.
All right, here we go. each other. Like I said, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Oh, just do it. Just do it. Don't try to figure it out. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Oh, just do it. Just do it. No matter what color you are, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Oh, just do it. Just do it. We've got to learn to love, yeah. Just do it. 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 Light up the world. Shine me. Love is the answer. Shine us all. Set us free. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Oh, love is the answer. Yes. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Oh, yeah. Love is the answer.
I'm pleased to be able to introduce our speaker for this morning, Reverend Mickey Quinton. Reverend Mickey Quinton has been the minister of Unity Church of Cordova since 2020. He came from evangelical tradition, graduating from Rhema Bible Training College in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1980 and Jacksonville Theological Seminary in 1997. He served as a Pentecostal minister for 25 years. He is very happy to have been made free by the truth of New Thought teachings from the emphasis on sin and the threats of judgment. He and his wife Carolyn happily serve together in ministering to their wonderful congregation. Reverend Mickey was ordained as a Unity minister in 2023. He has a son, Justin, who serves as an officer in the United States Army. He has a beautiful daughter-in-law, Nicole, and 3 handsome grandsons, Ian, Will, and Keegan. I'm very happy to have Reverend Mickey as a part of our Heartstream today. We had the opportunity to meet, and I spoke at the Unity Church Practical Christianity in Cordova several weeks ago, and after that, we've just been in touch and been communicating, and I wanted to share him with our Open Heart Spiritual Center family. I'm glad and grateful to him that he's taken the invitation that I extended to him to do that. And we plan on working together on some things because as he and I had lunch the other week, and he mentioned the fact that some people say that New Thought in Memphis is one of the best kept secrets. And his response was, but why should it be a secret? Why should we keep it a secret? And we are moving forward to make sure that it's not a secret, but that we make our mark on this city, which can truly benefit from the teachings of New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. So Reverend Mickey, we know who you are. We see the presence and the power, and the Spirit of God in you, emanating from you and expressing itself as you. And I greet you, I bless you. I see God in you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reverend Mickey Quinton. I'm the minister of Unity Church in Cordova, and I'm happy to be sharing with you today. I appreciate this invitation from my friend, Reverend John Gilmore, and I'm very honored to be here with you. I want to share with you something I heard about 3 sisters. They were ages 92, 94, and 96. and they all lived together. One night, the 96-year-old drew herself a bath. She put one foot in the tub and then paused, and she yelled, "Was I getting in the tub or out?" The 94-year-old hollered back, "I don't know, I'll come and see." She started up the stairs but stopped on the first step, shouting, "Was I going up or coming down?" The 92-year-old was sitting at the kitchen table having tea, listening to her sisters. She shook her head and said, "I sure hope I never get that forgetful," and knocked on wood for good measure. Then she yelled, "I'll come up and help both of you as soon as I see who's at the door." So we see a lot of things can change with time. These three precious sisters, they all got kind of forgetful. Time does change things. It got me to thinking about the nature of time. And I want to talk to you just for a little while about the nexus. The nexus. Nexus is defined as a central or crucial point of connection, intersection, or linkage among various elements, ideas, or entities. And I got to thinking how we all live in a nexus of time, every one of us. We are all present, as we know. We have this moment of being present. We also have thoughts or consciousness, not only of the present, but of yesterday and tomorrow. And we all live in that nexus of time, don't we? We have this present awareness, and yet we certainly are greatly aware of memories of the past and hopes and perhaps fears of the future. We're all affected every day by all of these in this nexus of time. Someone has said today is all we have, but actually we have it all, not just today. We are all a product of our past, and we all are anticipating in some way what we is yet to be. We live in that nexus, and we're all a product of it. We're all affected by it, all three areas, without a doubt. So the question is, how do we find blessing in this nexus? Because it's possible to be adversely affected by each of these. It's possible to be adversely affected by what has come, the past. It's possible to be adversely affected in this present. And it's possible even to be adversely affected thinking about what is yet to be. So how do we find blessing in the nexus of time? I read after a neuroscientist named James Doty of Stanford University. And he stated something I found very startling, yet not really surprising. He says that 80% of our thoughts are regrets about the past or worries about the future. Isn't that astounding? 80% of our thought life is consumed about what has happened or what may yet happen. I just found that astounding. Yet when I got to thinking about my own thought life, I realized he's absolutely right. It dawned on me how much time I spend thinking about what has already happened or what may or may not happen. So I think we can all identify with that. The thing is, we can miss the blessings of the present, of this present moment. In the nexus of time, we can miss the blessings by dwelling too much in the other two areas, either too much in the past or too much in what we anticipate in the future. And by doing so, we can miss out on some enormous blessings in this present time that we live. I thought about how so many people live in regret or shame of the past and dread of the future. Many people do. And if we're not careful, we all can live there, where we regret what has happened and we're terrified of what is yet to happen. And I believe there's a higher place of living than that, don't you? I want to be different. I don't want to live in regret of the past and dread of the future. I want to learn from the past and anticipate the future. You know, a great song by the legendary former Beatles, Sir Paul McCartney, a song entitled Yesterday. I know you're likely very familiar with it. Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far away. Now it looks as if they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a dark cloud hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. And as beautiful a song as this is, an extremely popular and successful song, its message is practically useless. Because to live in yesterday, to say you believe in yesterday, has absolutely no value in living our life today and what is yet to come in our lives. It's simply trying to dwell in the past about how good things supposedly were then. But as many people can testify, the good old days weren't all good. And we can find there were blessings, no doubt, that we experienced back then. But there are also things that we wished we'd done differently. And it's quite useless to live in yesterday, as great a song as that was for Sir Paul. But we have some beautiful promises, don't we, from the scripture relating to each of these aspects of the nexus of time. We have, first of all, a wonderful passage in the book of Isaiah, chapter 43 and verse 18, concerning the past. Listen to this. Don't remember the former things and don't consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. It springs out now. Do you know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. What a beautiful promise that is, isn't it? Don't remember the former things. Obviously, we can't erase them from our memory bank, but don't dwell in the memory of the former things. Don't dwell in consideration of what has happened, what is old. God says, I will do a new thing, and it springs now. Don't you know it? We should always be looking for the new thing that God is always up to. Dr. Doty said, it is easier to think the thoughts we are accustomed to thinking instead of learning new ones. And it really is. We can develop that neural pathway in our brain to where we stay in that groove, but we don't have to. We can determine and in our hearts to move into a new way of thinking, a way of thinking that does not live in dread of the past, regret of the past or dread of the future. There are wonderful former things, though. There are things well worth remembering in our past that bring blessing to us and are good things to remember. I think about the birth of my son that I was present for. A glorious and wonderful memory for me, a life-changing memory. I think of when I was in high school, I was voted friendliest in my senior class. It meant a lot to me, and it gives me puts a smile on my face when I think about that. And then marrying my wife, Carolyn. That's something I look back on with joy, with gladness. These are good things. It's not wrong to spend some time back there thinking about that. But ultimately, of course, we can't live in the past, even the good things of the past, and miss out on the blessings of the present and what blessings yet await us in the nexus of time. And there are other things I think all of us can identify, things that were not so good, but yet still made me who I am. I think about boneheaded mistakes, bad choices. And I think about that. And if I'm not careful, if we're all not careful, we can get trapped in things we decided that we realize were not best for us, good for us, or for others around us. I remember Reverend Eric Butterworth said something that just on the surface, when I first heard it, I couldn't wrap my head around it. And I wondered if he was even right about this. But the more I've dwelled on it, the more it makes sense to me. Listen to what he said. He said, you can't make a wrong choice. Well, I thought, are you out of your mind? But let's give the man a chance. Listen to what he said in its entirety. You can't make a wrong choice. You can't make a bad decision. I thought, oh, this guy's full of it. When I think of decisions I've made, I know that ain't correct. But again, let's hear him out. You can't make a wrong choice. You can't make a bad decision. It may be shocking because you might say, well, I know lots of times I've made a bad choice. That's what I said. I took this job when I married, but I decided to go into this profession, and all these things have been terrible choices in my life. I say again, you can't make a bad choice. This thought will diffuse much of the fear of decisions, he says. But how can you say this? Along with the seemingly bad decision, human experience led us into turmoil and into conflict and into heartache, which, whether we know it or not, was an opportunity for us to grow. The wrong road leads to the long way to your good, which is the time and the place to outgrow the very consciousness of which made you make the bad choice. So if you see your experience in a practical sense of always looking to find out why things are going as they are and doing something about it, then the bad choice was the very best choice you could have made. It was where you needed to go at the time. Now, I'm still wrapping my head around this, but I know there's a great truth there. That no matter what we decide, that divine presence in our lives and at work, in and through us, can take the bad choice and turn it around and make it into something wonderful and cause us to grow as a result of it. I know my music director, Angelo, has told me there are times, and he's seeming to me a flawless piano player. But he said there are times he'll hit a bad note and he'll just keep going with it and make it to where you don't even notice it. He can turn it around on the keyboard. And I'm thinking that's the way this is. What Reverend Butterworth spoke of. What we do that seemed like such a clunker, that God at work in and through us can make it all right and make it even a great stepping stone of growth in our lives. If we keep looking for the new, that new thing that God is doing. So we see a great promise concerning not dwelling in what has happened. And there's a great promise concerning our future. In Jeremiah 29, verse 11, a beautiful verse of encouragement. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So many in our day think God is out to strike them, smite them, pull a fast one on them. But we see that's not the case at all. The plans he has are plans to prosper us, not to harm us. Plans to give us hope and a future. That's the divine plan for us. And as long as we keep looking for that new thing and look ahead to that great thing yet in store for us. The scripture says, he who began a good work in you will perfect it until the day of Jesus Christ. And indeed, the day of Jesus Christ is always here. And we always have the privilege and the glorious experience, we can have that, of that good work continuing to unfold. It belongs to us in our nexus of time. Dr. Doty further said, many of us are expert worriers, a sport we need to retire from. And I know that's certainly true, isn't it? Need to retire from the sport of worry. It's a terrible sport to gain expertise in. There are people out there that are really good at it. And if we're not careful, we can all become good at it. That's something you never want to be good at, is worry. Jesus said in Matthew 6 and verse 34, therefore don't be anxious for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Each day's own trouble is sufficient. There's plenty to occupy your time now, he said. So don't fret about what may or may not happen tomorrow. How about we see something good ahead? How about we look for that? That, to me, would be the cure of many of our ills. How about we create new pathways in our brains? A new way of thinking. Let's practice an exercise for a moment, if you'll bear with me. For just a moment, I want to ask you to close your eyes. Close your eyes and draw your thoughts to this present moment. Draw your thoughts to this present moment with your eyes closed for just a moment. Centered now in the present. Not the past part of the nexus, what is yet to come, but now. Now, open your eyes. Open your eyes and notice details around you. Colors, sounds. Why don't you today walk and eat a little more slowly? People in such a hurry that they pass by and miss out so much. Stay present with what you're doing today. Now, invite your thoughts to the only moment that really matters right now, this one. Practice that today. And make that a regular occurrence, a regular habit of taking it some moment. Perhaps it's in the morning, whatever time works best, to draw your thoughts to the present for just a little while. And then notice the beauty around you. So make this affirmation with me, if you would repeat after me, please, in closing. Say this with me. Today is filled with blessings for me. My past is gone. I loose it and let it go. My present is filled with peace and joy. And my future is filled with hope. And that is a place in life, in the nexus of time, where we can continually be blessed, encouraged, lifted up, and do so to others as well. Thank you so much for your time, the privilege I had to share with you. God bless you all. Peace.